Hey everyone, it's Bray and I'm back with another scrapbook process video for the Simple Stories design team. And I am going to be working with the Life Captured collection. And you might have seen my unboxing video that I posted yesterday, so you can definitely get a closer look at this super gorgeous collection. So what I've decided is I love the chipboard frames that come in a lot of the Simple Stories collections. I've made shakers with them before. I think I've put my photo behind it. I've used them as layering pieces, and I wanted to do something more creative with it, like different, right? So I decided to cut them up. Now at first I was like, oh my gosh, what am I doing? But I trusted the process and I just went with it. So my original design, like in my head before I had even like opened them up, was to have them layered and stacked and like kind of cascading from the top down to the bottom, like right in the center of the page. And as I'm doing this, like I'm liking it, right? Like so I'm pretty pleased with it. And I had this idea and vision that I would put my photo and embellishments right on top. But then as I'm like creating it, I wasn't a big fan, and you'll see what I end up doing. So before I started adhering on my frames, I took my white acrylic gloss spray and I'm spraying it on the December 12 by 12 pattern paper. I used the B-side because I loved this pink or peach ledger design. And so I just wanted a little bit of mixed media. I didn't want a lot because I didn't want it too busy. So I thought just some white spray, and then I ended up spraying some of my Shimmers pink spray, and I think the color is Gladiola. So it's very subtle. You can't really see it a lot like in the final photos, but if you look at it up close, like in person, you can see it. It's very subtle, but it's a little something behind it. So that is like my subtle mixed media, and here's what I did with the frames. I really liked having them kind of going off the edge of the paper and then like layered on top of each other. So that's all I'm doing here is I've kind of separated them and then lined them up on the edges, and then I ended up trimming off any like excess from the sides. And so I kind of like created a gap in the center of my layout, and that's where I'm going to put my title and my photo. So not only did I get like extra texture and extra dimension and just some fun layers with these frames, but I also got some extra places for me to embellish and add some extra embellishments on. So that's all I'm doing here is I'm just adhering the frames, and then I'm going to go ahead and work on the rest of my layout. Yeah, I should have probably edited this part out. I didn't realize that I kept so much of it in, but that's okay. You can just see me slowly adhering those frames on. And the patterns and the colors in this collection, like I said in my unboxing, it's just so pretty. Like the navy blue and the peaches and the pink and even that lime green. It's just, it just works. And this collection is so versatile, and you can like legit document anything. So the photo that I'm using for today is of my son, my youngest son. We had gone out to eat at a local restaurant. It's called Chicken Salad Chick. Oh my gosh, so good. But their umbrellas are that same lime green, and then his shirt is like this blue, and it matched to this collection so nicely. I was like, oh my god, this is the perfect photo for this collection. So I'm just matting it a couple times using a few patterns from the 6x8 paper pad, and then for the life of me, I could not find my distress tool. Like I have 3 of them, and I couldn't find any of them, which is crazy to me because I don't travel anywhere or like go out of my craft room. So I don't understand where those things are. So I just end up using like my distress scissors. There's like a serrated edge, and I used those to distress the edges of my paper. But it's so funny because I'm like, where are my distress tools? Like I have 2 like Tim Holtz ones, and I have a set one that my friend Shannon gave me, and I don't know where any of them are, which is strange. Maybe I need to clean up my desk. So anyways, I have my photo down, and now I'm just going through the cardstock stickers and then the foam stickers to figure out my title. And I went with this and that because my photo was just of us eating lunch. It's just a simple photo. It wasn't like a special moment. It wasn't celebrating anything. It was just like, hey, it's a beautiful day. Let's go outside and enjoy the sunshine and eat. And this was before like it got really hot here in Louisiana, because usually, you know, in the summer we don't eat outside because it's usually like, you know, 108 with like humidity that makes it feel like 115. So this was before it got super hot, and it was just an everyday photo, and I just love how it turned out because the colors in the photo and the colors in the collection, and just, yeah, it's just stunning. So what I'm doing here is I'm just layering a few of the journal bits pieces, and then I've got some just other ephemera pieces that I had pulled out off camera of just ones that I thought that would work on this page. So I got a couple florals. I tied some orange twine in that tag from the Journal Bits pack. And then I'm just tucking in some florals. I've got some hearts pulled. I thought this bird was really cute, so I added him. And yeah, like I said, so the frames kind of created a place, like extra places for me to add embellishments. So I have this like little aqua butterfly down at the bottom right. So I'm just going to layer him on top of that little vase. And then I'm just going to keep layering and tucking. And yeah, like I've said in all my videos, like the embellishing process is like my favorite part of it, other than mixed media. And just creating little clusters and tucking, and I don't know, like adding like working from like biggest to smallest, like embellishment size. It's just, I don't know, it's just so fun to create, and it's so fun to like make sure I have, you know, all the colors in each cluster and what else I could add. And there's so many like different elements in the Simple Stories collections. Like there's so much. So like there's no shortage, like the sticker book and the chipboard stickers and the foam stickers and like all the ephemera packs. It's just great. And even the decorative brads, they're like one of my favorite things to embellish with. So yeah, so all I'm doing is I'm just going to keep embellishing. I'm adding some phrase stickers here using like those tiny text stickers. So adding those here and there. So because they add like, not only do they add like, you know, sayings, but they also add just like another pop of color. So I wanted like more of that like peachy color down at the bottom. So, you know, that covered it. And then I added another one on the right. You know, it's like a not mint. No, it's like a blue, like a sky blue. And that added a pop of color there. And then now I'm just finishing it off with the decorative brads. And those add just a great element of texture as well as additional color into all of my clusters. So I'm just adding a few of those. I've got some tangled thread. And I think that about covers it. I don't think I add anything else. I do add some extra white paint splatters off camera, but that's honestly I think that's it. So stay tuned. I am going to bring my layout up close. That way you guys could see all the layers like from the frame or the frames. And I just love how this layout turned out. It was super easy, and it was a lot of fun to get creative with those chipboard frames. So here is the final layout and some up-close shots. But thank you so much for watching, commenting, and subscribing, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.